It's upon us. Match day 28 of the Nigerian Premier Football League takes center stage right here in the beating heart of Abeokuta. From beneath the rock, we assemble yet again in the fervor of the Nigerian Premier Football League. Here beneath the towering lights of the MK Abiola Sports Arena, the Nigerian Premier Football League is ready to light its fire again. This cathedral of Nigerian football dreams, where legends once danced and nations once roared. A banished army prepares for war. This is no ordinary Saturday. This is exile made flesh. There's a survivor wrapped in green and white. This is KWARA United. The Harmony Boys, the Afonja Warriors, forced from the sacred soils of Ilorin after the storm of February 18th. Crowd fury, flying objects, officials held hostage. The NPFL answered with thunder. 9 million naira in fine, 3 points ripped away, 3 goals erased from the ledger, and the cruelest sentence of all, banishment from a place they used to call home. Every remaining home game this season will be played in what appears to be a foreign turf. Today, Ilorin's sons wear the clothes of strangers in Abeokuta. They arrive at the bottom of the 2025-2026 MPFL table, 20th place. 27 matches played, 7 wins, 8 draws, 12 losses, 26 painful points. With a goal difference of -7, a goal drought that has starved them for weeks. Their recent form reads like a tragic poem. Loss, win, loss, draw, draw, loss. Flickers of life. And that fighting 1-1 against title-chasing Rivers United. But mostly shadows. But yet in their veins still flows the memory of June 2025 when they lifted the President Federation's Cup. It was Victor Okoye's penalty helped them write history in the sands of time. Manager coach Ashifat Sulaiman calls this the beginning of the 33-point war. New signings burn with hunger. The siege mentality is total. Anything less than victory today, and the drop to the second division starts getting even clearer. This a forward from grace, just months after touching silver. But across the touchline stands the giant elephants of Bauchi, WIKKI tourist, mid-table lions who refuse to be devoured. 15th position after 27 games. 7 wins, a staggering 11 draws, the most in the league. 9 losses, 32 points. They've made a religion of resilience, grinding out point after point, like Asian warriors sharing bread in the desert. Their form of late carries the rhythm of survival, crowned by a thunderous 2-1 victory over defending champions Rebel Stars last time out, and an earlier 1-0 conquest in the Lions' Den of AIM under interim coach Bashir Salo. Still raw from Abdullahi Makaba's shock resignation in February. Well, amid the whispers of uncertainty, they come not as favourites, but as opportunists, hungry to feast on a wounded home side and stretch their safety net. What a collision this is. A bottom place side, freshly punished and playing in exile, breathing fire for redemption. A draw-heavy mid-table side, battle-hardened and smelling blood on the road. The MKO Abiola Arena has never felt smaller. Thousands of KWARA faithful have made the long, dusty pilgrimage. Green scarves waving like battle flags, voices rising from Hamilton winds. Neutral Abeokuta heart leans in, curious. League observers watch from the stands like judges that are hanging. The pitch awaits, silent and unforgiving. This is more than football. This is a poem of pain and pride. This is a relegation. A six-pointer played on borrowed soil. This is a club. These are clubs fighting not just for 3 points, but for its very soul, dignity, legacy, and the right to call Ilorin home again. This is Nigerian football in its purest, most ferocious form, raw, emotional, and unscripted. As both sides will lock hands, ready for the action. And just a reflection in terms of how both sides, or does Luke, this campaign so far, right in the Nigerian Premier Football League log. Writing there. KWARA United in murky waters as we speak, and WIKKI tourist believing that they can get out of it. Rivers United still on top of the log, just closely followed by Ikorodu City as we approach match day 28 across the league. WIKKI tourist well in 16th place, and KWARA United in the relegation zone. And so, KWARA United versus WIKKI tourist from the heart of Abeokuta in the theatre of the exiled. Now, let's tell you how both sides does look for this one. Well, for the home side in this fixture, 6 changes made by Sulaiman Ashifat, the manager. Gata comes in for Aule, and Kabiru coming in for Bankole. Philip also, who won the title with Imba, comes in, goes off now for Akim Akani. So it's Suraji Ayelesho and Shola Abdurrahim. Sam Shading Muhammad leading the line, and Isa Gata coming up the right hand side. The likes of Afiz Bankole on the bench, also Philip Said Olani amongst others. And so for WIKKI tourist, 2 changes made from the 2-1 win over Southwestern side. The Remo Stars last time out. And Coach Bashir Saleh, the likes of Imam Bala comes in for Shuaib Ibrahim. Gabriel goes off, and we'll see Idris Ashiru. It's Utum Goswell in goal for them. Kabiru Mohammed, Abba Musa, Yusuf Mohammed, Long Shak alongside captain Hazan Musa in midfield. Jonathan Mariga scored 8 goals this campaign so far, is the team's top scorer. Tahir Abubakar off the right hand side, John Taiwo off the left, and Imam Bala leading the line. He's got 2 goals so far this campaign. On the bench from on the 20 international, Haruna Haliyu, Saifullah Yusuf, Sani Ibrahim, Sadiq Abdullahi, Ahmed Abubakar, and former Remo Star centre forward Ibrahim Shuaib on the bench. And so centre referee all the way from River State, Chilaka Igwe, gets us on the way right here at the MKO Abiola Sports Arena in Abeokuta in the company of Muyiwa Ojo.
Yeah, very well, Tony. Really, I'm just hoping that this game turns out to be a lot of this exciting game. We've seen WIKKI tourists go away from home, especially that, I should say, outstanding result against Hayimba. We cannot disagree that Hayimba probably been struggling this season, but then they'd gone home and went away to grind out that result, all thanks to Mohammed, about 35 minutes into that game. But then again, it is a struggling KWARA United side. They still hope somewhere. 3 points this afternoon could mean something, and they probably could start a fight to get away from that relegation battle. But a lot of changes with the absence for KWARA United. Ozo is unavailable, and really it's still a big blow for KWARA United. But let's just see how this one pans out.
From the chairs of the President Federations Cup, barely 1 year ago, to being in the murky waters and almost susceptible to potentially dropping off from this league. And KWARA United, for their fans, and for the good people of KWARA State in diaspora and across the world, need to fight back, especially after the 3-point and 3 goals deduction coming off that mayhem against Rivers United. Well, it's about making, well, home of this ground away from home.
Very difficult to do that. To be that something that probably would need to ask the 3 stars, the 3S should say, where they probably had won about 2 games here, and I mean, not far away from each other, unarguably, just about an hour that splits both sides in terms of landmarks. KWARA State to Oyo State, just a matter of, sorry, I should say 4 hours. Yeah, made a mistake there, because I think it's an hour to Ife and 2 to Ondo State, and then 4 hours to KWARA State, actually.
On ice, and Samsudin Mohammed in jersey number 7. He's got the peroxide hair, pretty easy to identify. Very interesting talent who many will be expecting to carry the goal scoring responsibilities probably for KWARA United, who are looking very immaculating their yellow top with a touch of green, yellow shorts as well.
A beautiful movement there for Marinze, the centre back, just calmly just finds a way around there. Could put his side in trouble, but then he knew what he was doing there. Just make sure he doesn't get a force a long ball.
Wicked tourist in their blue top, blue shorts, blue socks, attacking from right to left on your screen. KWARA United from left to right. Interesting opening few minutes of this one. Both sides just really putting in well, the hard yards in the middle of the park, trying to establish themselves in this game as Wicked Tourists come forward down the left-hand side. Idris Ashiru gives the ball away. It's eventually cleared upfield by Rinzo Bunna.
Clever movement there. Just really, I think it's intentional where you have Mohammed Kabiru and Yusuf Mohammed as well. One centre back, the other left back, and the way they progress through the ball right from this other side, and that's clearly the left hand side. Before that attack eventually got nullified after that established 1-2. I mean, either of the side, it really hasn't started in yet, so we're probably looking forward to see when that big chance comes. They probably could trigger some kind of reaction, and that's what we're anticipating for.
It's all about big performances with barely 10 games left to play. It's going to be painstaking. This is the business end of the season, Muyua.
Yeah, it really is. Really is. And I wouldn't know what could be going through the minds of the men in yellow and also applicable to tourists, because they're not exactly far away from each other. And that will cast some kind of doubt in your minds. But KWARA exactly haven't established anything. You don't exactly get the backing of the fans as it stands here. The only difference is you're just close away. You're just close to home.
Right. And free kick for KWARA United. And the referee wants that to be taken again. A play to the whistle, he says. Kania Kim backing to this KWARA United side as Shola Abdul Rahim as well. Jersey number 8, Toib Gidado. It's been pretty consistent. His 20th game of the campaign. The former Kurdus City, former Sporting Lagos midfielder.
Yeah, like you correctly mentioned, I think just once, and that was last season. So we Ikorodu City. Some got collided into, was trying to max that phase, but again, I think the context there.
Yeah, that was a collision between Abdulafiz Musa and Tahir Abubakar. By the way, in terms of support for the central referee, Chilaka, it's got Olatunde Abdul-Majid from Sokoto State. It's the assistant referee 1, assistant referee 2, Igwe Manuel from Rivers State, and Shitu Tohib from nearby, actually from the state at which this game is currently played, Ogun State. And Shitu Tohib Olawale, the 4th official. Tahir is up on his feet now and should be fine. It's got to be a free kick situation for WIKKI Tourist.
An opportunity to score a goal, possibly. So it can be difficult from this angle. Then you just sort of fancy your chance. You're through the left hand side. Maybe this could be possibly an opportunity not to score, but just call the goalkeeper to an action.
This time it's going to be left back Idris Ashiru. Left-footed driving to the area, knocked away by Kabiru. Flicked towards the far side, and the follow-up clearance by Aila Olaiwaju, only as far as WIKKI Tourist. The first goal will be very important here, Muiwa. And you want to get the first goal and assert some sort of command on the fixture.
Yeah, the honesty that comes out with words, actually, both sides are not exactly dangerous in front of goals. Not a bit lackluster, shot away from goal, but again, it's easier for just to swing towards the home side. Not exactly fancy in front of goal this season. Yeah, WIKKI Tourist and KWARA United.
WIKKI Tourist have scored 24 goals. KWARA United have scored 18 goals. If you add up the 3 goals deducted, it will be just about 21 goals. So both sides not really great in front of goal.
Not at all. Not really. 24 goals in relatively
27 games or 28 games, right?
28 games, yeah. A goal per game.
Less than a goal per game.
That's not good enough.
And that's the average. As WIKKI Tourist have themselves a free kick just off the far right-hand channel. All eyes on Jonathan Mariga. Can they get the right delivery off that right-hand side? Yusuf Mohammed bowling to the Tingnet box. And the piece is picked up and cleared upfield by Hanafi Babatunde. Into Gidadu. Hafiz stopped in his strides, picked up by captain Hassan Musa. Yeah, that's really good to watch. John Taiwo gives the ball away now. Picked up by KWARA United. And the pass lets him down. The target was Samshuddin Mohammed off that far left-hand side.
The pass from Olariwaji there just wasn't good enough. Just swinging, it was waving towards the left-hand side. And there you go. The striker clearly been completely starved. And you see, he's throwing, or should say, having himself distant away from goal. The need for him to drop in deep and trying to receive the ball. And then when he tried to initiate the contact, not exactly getting those returns as possibly should. But I think at some point it will come. And I'm not exactly seeing enough from Gatao through that left-hand side.
It's been quiet.
Really, it's been.
That's a forward-thinking ball from Klingshak, long back. And that's a man to look out for. He's got the jersey number 4 just behind his shirt. He's on the ball now, Klingshak. 27 game, no player has played more games than he has in that WIKKI Tories side this campaign. He's also scored 2 goals as well. Free kick for the Afonja Warriors.
Yeah, just maintains the stature of Abayomi, I should say. The WIKKI Tories, as you say, the shooting stats number 10 in terms of stature.
Now that ball had crossed the line, and so it will be a goal kick coming from Isa Adeshina Gata. A very experienced campaigner, 6 years at KWARA United, former WIKKI tourist, former Aqua United, and also ABS, called Abiola Saraki FC. That's a true son of the soil.
Really is. And clearly a man who loves football.
Now WIKKI tourist. Imam Bala out wide to Tahir. And well covered by Arinjo Gunna.
Yeah, Mariga was clearly going for the ball. He just chasing it down, hoping that he could get close. I think it's the close-up movement there from Mohammed as well. Didn't exactly allow him to anticipate it, and that's the reason Arinze is centre-back that just covers it and allowed that one to run out of play. It's been stacky, absolutely just here and there.
Good combination play down this right-hand side. Abdullah Fiz balling to the area. And, well, a chance for Raheem. Oh, the finish comes in there. And it's Akani Hakim back into the starting 11. Back with a wave of glory. And his 13th game of the campaign. Akani Hakim have got the Afonja Warriors breathing down the neck of WIKKI Tourist. Right place, right time, and a really smart finish to goal from the midfielder. And in the end, it's a brilliant opportunity for KWARA United to get this game on the front foot, playing at home, away from home. And it's taking just over 10 minutes. It's KWARA United 1, WIKKI Tories 0.
Yeah, all stats are from this right-hand side here. And KWARA United make the most of it. Really, a contribution, and then the press absolutely from Salam Duni. He strikes that, the goalkeeper saves that. I thought Mohamed was just going to hoof that into the sky, but then I think it hits pressure, and then immediately Akani just get into that area, and he strikes that one. Got blocked in the second time, really, by the centre-back before he finds the bottom corner. And KWARA United, like you mentioned, get in front. But look at the numbers of players in yellow, 18-yard possible KWARA United for that goal. And that's really a contributing factor that they desperately need that goal. And that takes them 18th place as it stands on the log table.
Yeah, they were clamorous for a potential penalty.
Yeah, initially. But I think it was not exactly as clean as you get. And they probably wouldn't have be anything for us to to exactly go ahead and check or for that clarification, but then they got their goal. That's what matters. It's squeezed in, but it's 3 points as it stands.
Well, up to 29 points, 18th on the log. That goal is such an expensive goal, Muyiwa.
It really is.
Well, the question is, can they keep it now?
Yeah, now WIKKI Tourists, it's time to react.
Akeem Akani, a very important part of this squad, played for the entirety of that President Federations Cup in Lagos, which KWARA United won.
Yeah, and Tony, prior to that goal, and it's the second time I've seen him win the ball in that midfield area. And I feel, you know, the way he progressed the ball and wins the ball actually doesn't exactly do much, but and it's done so well. At the initial stage when they were struggling, he was the one that had to try and settle things up for them.
Now they come forward to hear. Well, that's a brilliant ball into the 18 area. Oh, the strike comes in there. And can't get past the goalkeeper, Imam Bala. It's really alert goalkeeping from Suraju Ayilesho. But how about that crossing there from Tahir Abubakar off the right-hand side?
Yeah, he was trying to pick out the far post. The anticipation was there. He chased the ball down. Again, when you have good centre-back that can exactly read situations, I mean, didn't exactly panic, just covers and reduces his speed. And Ayeles just had enough time to recover. But he was almost flopping that situation there because the ball slipped through his arm, I should say his palms.
Majestic from Gidado. Akeem leaves him for dead and then lays the pass. The target is Abdul Rahim. Comes out second besting that. Sorted out by Abba Musa. Oh, that's a brilliant strike! Oh, Toib Gidado. Oh, that's box office, but
yeah, lovely strike there from Gilada. But look at the half turn all through that left hand side. Way get away from Mohammed. Kabiru really there, just eventually open up his body in his left foot, trying to find a top corner, clearly of the round. That second goal, it does really matter for sure.
Utum Godswill really conceded today. Now the corner. It's long, searching ball into that 6-yard area, cleared upfield by Clean Shack. And the pieces into the part of John Taiwo. Now they come forward. That's a promising ball. Now the first touch lets him down. And Ringzu Bun comes and helps out.
Yeah. Like, it's very calm when trying to retrieve the ball, and also in his tackles, his covers really, and it doesn't exactly overcomplicate it. Just make sure that he's in a very good position, and also trying to make sure that he's able to time the ball well and not to give away a cheap foul.
And he's quite the giant of a defender. Ringzo Bun brought him from Bendel Insurance. And, a stint with Lobby Stars. Started his career out with Abia Warriors. Spent 4 years at the club. Very interesting player. Ringzo Bun has got the wrist to his right hand. As WIKKI Tourists come forward yet again. John Taiwo into Hassan Musa. Good combination back to Musa. And drags his effort wide. That's the first time that the home side are trying.
Inside, really, WIKKI Tourists now. For the first time, they've asked significant question. And then Musa, lovely combination. And the more he rolls the ball across, and then immediately center forward, releases the run, and then he strikes that one again. It went wide, but again, that's the first good play that we've seen so far from WIKKI Tourists. Really, that's the closest we've seen them actually in trying to intentionally construct something out that could be mustered into, we saying it's a goal. They've not done badly, WIKKI Tourists, as an away side, and it's not overly dominant from KWARA United. I think they're more leveraging chaos and winning the ball and then transiting so much as fast as they can into the attack phase. And that's what KWARA United rather have done so far.
And Akim Akeni providing that Midas touch. 2 goals last season in 31 league games. It's not one known for scoring goals, Akim Akeni, but he took that with aplomb. Joined from Sporting Lagos, and since he made that move, Akim Akeni has been a very important part of this KWARA United side.
Again,
it's been limited this season in terms of games played. It's been in and out of the squad. Ball over the top into Samsudeen, and takes it on the half volley. Easy for Utum Godswill to pick up.
Yeah, you want to boost yourself a little with some kind of confidence, and that's audacious again. But you're hitting that one, and then you say, "I just want to catch the goalkeeper unaware," and that's why Salamdini really Samsudeen rather have started to hit that one first time from a narrow angle.
It's been a very interesting start to this game. Just about 20 minutes of football played. It's KWARA United who lead 1-0 against WIKKI Tourist. Right here on NPFL Live, brought to you by Propel Sports Africa. You can download the app on your Google Play Store, Apple iOS, and well, that's the pieces. And first time by Clinchak Longback, just wide of the goalkeeper's right.
Yeah, he identified the target the moment the ball got into his path, and then just trying to catch that one. I think that seems like a half volley because it comes to the body of the player in yellow of KWARA United, and then just catches that one, hits that one with his right foot. That went towards the right hand side of the post, and clearly you should say the right hand side of the goalkeeper, and the left hand side of the post.
It's not been the very best of forms. Well, the manager, Suleiman Asifat, said that we've got 33 points to fight for, like a final to us. The referee says that's very legal, the challenge. Now Gidado. Great center of gravity by Gidado there to open up play. Idris goes down, referee waves play on Gidado, now to Abdurrahim, gets away from his marker, the challenge comes in there, and it's going to be a free kick. Clinchak long back, not very happy with that decision from the assistant referee on the far side, or on the near side, the near right hand channel.
Yeah, Chilado there got taken down, and in Mohammed's case there, he's reacting because the referee didn't sound his whistle for Kabiru when he got fouled, and felt I'm just going to take him down and stop play immediately. It's just a way of just reducing the momentum of the attacking side, some sort.
Toib Gidado standing over this free kick. Can they consolidate? Will be a left-footed delivery for sure. Rinze all in the 10-yard area. Towards the back post, the header comes in there. Well, and that just over. Rinze Bunna, by the way, got his head on that.
Yeah, either of the team just focused on finding whenever there's a set piece, it's just a way of just pumping the ball a little bit deeper. She's trying to find the man in the back post. What's happened to the near side? What's happened to the chaos that you can actually cause in the middle, but then trying to find the man who's at the back post. Probably, if you have to do that, then you need to be assured of your accuracy in terms of your delivery.
Manager Bashir Saleh, who leads WIKKI Tourist out here this evening. Not sure he'll be impressed with what he's seen inside the opening 20 plus minutes. It's one I like to call a classic Nigerian number 2, but he's been finally thrown into the spotlight. CAF license holder, seasoned tactician, has been at the club for many years under so many managers. In fact, also worked with Aliou Zubairu at Gombe United. Aliou Zubairu now is in Egypt, having joined a top flight team. And there, so as a man who has been within the workings, has been chief coach of this team for quite a number of years, understands the workings from the NNL days. And after the resignation of Abdullahi Makeba, who returned for yet another stint at the start of the season, it's only fair that he was given the responsibility to lead the side. Imam Bala, Taher, and the challenge from Kabiru Mohammed wins a throw as well.
Kabiru Mohammed just elongating there, just to try and initiate a 1-2 guess before it got nullified. Just expected, I think, there is a morale in there from KWARA United to try and protect this lead. Not exactly allow WIKKI Tourists to get back into the game.
Coach Bashir's first game was against the Rangers International. It was a game he lost 2-0. Ball over the top, cleared away brilliantly by Abdullah Feats. As KWARA United come forward, Gidado neatly done. Back to Abdullah Feats. To Raheem. Back to Abdullah Feats off this right-hand channel. McKinney. The space is opening up. Oh, what a strike. Well, the goal scorer is in the mood. And Utum Gutswill needed a reflex for the ages to get that away from the top corner.
Yeah, you could agree that WIKKI Tourists would have this man to thank, because first and foremost, he pulled off a top-class save where, I should say, Gilado was trying to find a top corner, and he punched that one away, and then denying a goal-bound situation as well. But that strike, that corner, with that left foot comes with so much power. Got saved in the end. The stretch and then the dive to make sure that was stuck in with a strong hand.
Corner ticking very quickly, and the eventual pieces hoofed right into the air by Babatunde. Jonathan has got an Ivorian passport.
The nationality.
All right. Hanafi Babatunde Jonathan, the 6th cap of the campaign, played in Ireland in the last couple of years before making that move. Motherwell United, Kerry, Rockmount, having to strut his stuff in the top flight of the Nigerian Premier Football League.
I mean, you could see the frustration on Samsidine. He's really frustrated that he's not getting enough services.
I mean, there's a consolation that his team is playing better, if that counts for anything.
And maybe it's time for him to start assessing his position, you know, and probably doing better, not exactly stretched into the centre-back area.
Just a lack of communication in terms of the quality of the passing from WIKKI Tourists. It's been everywhere. Loose balls. free kick situation in there for KWARA United.
Yeah, again, I'm just resisting the temptation of saying that Samsudeen is a bit lazy, but I think I've seen a few of his presses. But when he does that and just get exhausted, and maybe it's just about waiting for his own moment in his time.
John Taiwo now to clean shack. Imam Bala gets away from Arinze. The pass lets him down. And well, that pretty much describes WIKKI Torres so far this evening.
Yeah, that's the first time I've seen Arinze fail as well in the duel. In that contest, I think got nutmegged, and it was the pass, the momentum of the pass there just allows him to miss time, miss tackle, and that allows him as well to surrender to the ground. But the strike in the end, it's completely like the child, wayward.
A bad child. Because we have good kids around. Well, what an exciting match day so far. It's been good to watch. El Kanemi Warriors up against Abia Warriors, the other game set for today. And tomorrow we'll see a rush of fixtures. Pendle Insurance welcoming Nkudu City, and Bayelsa United playing Rivers United at home. Tornadoes welcoming Warri Wolves. The Rangers welcoming Nasarawa United. Remo Stars at home to Katsina United. By the way, Remo Stars have been giving the responsibility to return back to Ikenne after a momentary ban, which is now being upturned. Oh, that's a brilliant pass by Akeem into Abdurrahim. Well, finding Samsudeen is much easier than finding the back of the net from that position. And you can see the frustration from Samsudeen Muhammad, not happy with his teammate there.
Yeah, I didn't exactly understand what Abdurrahim is trying to do there, but again, you get yourself in a good position, and then Samsudeen already makes that run into that area. Clearly 1v1 with Muhammad Yusuf in the end, but really shocked on how he declined to make the offer to a centre forward who already sees himself in a good position there, and that could be one touch, bang into the back of the net, just strikes that one. And the worst is that clearly wasn't on target.
Every time he gets the ball, you feel relieved. Hakeem Akani, he demands for it as well. When you've got a huge responsibility, matching the standards can be very hard.
Yeah, and I think the reason Hakeem, we've seen so much of him down the flank is because I think Tohib seems to be retreating to the number 10 position. To the right, I should say. And Gata to the left.
So what it does appear is Tohib gets to tilt towards the right-hand channel. Hakeem plays literally as the number 10. He's got the freedom to roam just in behind the attacking trio. Good combination down the right-hand side. Then the cross blocked away by Yusuf Muhammad and that far side. For KWARA United, Kabir Muhammad. Long ball into the area, the flick from Muhammad. Picked up by WIKKI Torres, Hassan Musa. And when the captain cannot inspire confidence, leaves much to be desired.
I mean, when it's constant, exactly, But in that case, you're expecting Maringa to make that run. And there you go. When you have a teammate projecting and coming with full confidence on the ball, there should be players in there saying, give me the ball. I can address this. And I don't exactly think Maringa was at any close trying to get on the ball as much. Just slows down his pace.
One win in 5 for KWARA United coming into this game. Same for Wicked Tourist. And that win was against Remo Stars. Said Olani was the hero against Warri Wolves. The last time KWARA United won a game in the top flight, it was a 2-1 victory over the Wolves. Peter Ito scoring for Warri Wolves that day was a brace from the centre-back, who was, by the way, on the bench today.
I think the last time that won away from home for the centre-back Ali, who scored that goal earlier in the 35th minute. Again, to mention, Aimba really struggled.
John Taiwo, clean shack. Can't find Mariga. Cleared up field.
Kinshak long back.
That's a brilliant knockdown into Rahim. Needing support, finds Gidado into the 18-yard box, and Idris Ashiru stands his ground there.
Yeah, look at what Gidado is trying to initiate. They're just trying to not to make him and then release the ball for his team who was screaming for the ball. That's Samsudeen. Already in the blink of an eye was trying to approach his 6-yard area. But again, lovely movement there from KWARA United. The second goal will be crucial. They're trying to get that second goal, the second half, or possibly before the second half, rather.
Abdullah Fees with a throw. You mentioned Haruna Aliyu, scored the only goal the last time Wicked Tourist won away from home. And that was against the People's Elephant. That was last year, late last year, November particularly. Feels like forever now.
I mean, we're still fresh into the year.
Well,
isn't it?
I mean, football moves so quickly, and you can't afford to live in the now or live in the past. You live in the now.
Yeah, live in the now.
They are Funchal Warriors now. Issa Gata looking to get in behind those blue shirts, but it's being swarmed in possession. Retreated by Wicked Tourist. It's going to be a yellow card. And Akim Akani. There's a late challenge and captain Hassan Musa. That's not a very happy man, the goal scorer.
I think a player's pulled or something there and doesn't seem his fit enough to continue. It's a time for a change, possibly change.
Now the medics needed onto the pitch to take a look at Idris Ashiru. Up on his feet now, should be fine, but he'll need to leave the pitch just for a bit. It's a game that Wicked Tourists need to show bravery. The KWARA United side are there for the taking.
Yeah. And I do not exactly accept that line of thought, not because it's a possibility, but because I've seen lots of signs here that KWARA United didn't exactly look.
Well, the offside flag is up against Shalabdur Rahim.
The linesman there has got a vision eye to spot that, because I thought for a second that Alani Waja actually obstructed his line of vision, and he still was able to identify the player who ran slightly offside. and make that call concentration.
Well, just 2 minutes before the 40th minute mark. John Taiwo gets away from his marker. Rinze comes in and provides support for his captain. Now Ngidadu opens up the pitch to Akeem. Kabiru now for the Warriors. And poor ball given away, picked up by Clean Shack. And then into Imamul Bala. Needing support. That's a brilliant ball. And that's a real let off.
Yeah.
Jonathan Mariga can't keep that down.
Mariga, for a player of his caliber and then the experience he's got in his locker, I think he got a little bit rushed off because Ariza was breathing down with his neck and he was trying to get the shot away and not exactly being calm to hit that one. Whichever way, really, it's an applaud for the defensive contribution there to trying to hasten him to make that decision.
He's got 4 goals in his last 5. Jonathan Mariga. Jefta, his middle name. John Taiwo for WIKKI Tourist. Great work to Bala. Now Mariga out wide to Tahir. It's got great pace and then the call back into the area. Saraju in sight.
Now it's good there that Tourists are now not exactly passing the ball around where they get it on. It's quick movement in transition, and the ability to be direct as well in that mix just makes it a little bit uncomfortable as well for KWARA United. Now it's time for them to switch things up. It's no more heated weather. It's cool now, so they would take advantage of that because, you know, having to run as much as possible, be direct as much as possible under the weather can be a little bit exhausting, and they will take advantage of this situation there, possibly in the second half. And we've seen them the next time they probably get into that transition area. WIKKI Tourist, it's always looked promising.
A poor run of results for Funchal Warriors. Got them ousted from the CAF Confederation. It's got preliminary stage.
I don't exactly understand why that was caught offside, because it was a WIKKI Tourist player that passed that ball backwards, and Samsudeen was trying to leverage on that, but I'm not sure if the linesman saw that immediately. I'm thinking from where he stood, he's probably thinking, okay, this comes off a player in yellow as well, but clearly I could see that it was a blue shirt player who had passed the ball backward, and there is no chance that Samsudeen must have been flagged offside. One mistake. We're humans, so the error can happen.
Well, we'll see. Just about 2 minutes of additional time in this first period. Akeem Akani's goal still the difference in a Belkuta. Oh, look at that.
Isn't that a foul?
Rinto Bunna needs to be really careful. He gets his hand just on the shoulder of Imamul Bala, who goes down immediately the moment he felt something. The referee will need more convincing.
Yeah, he does need to be very careful. There's no need to try and get frustrated. It looks like a desperation net to just end the midway point, you know, without advantage in the dressing room, and then know how to react in the second half.
Babatunde giving a warning there by the referee, just stopping Clean shack long back. He was lounging forward at great pace for WIKKI Tourist. It's a free kick. Quite the distance.
Should fancy his chances.
Manu, 2 goals this campaign already. Can he pull one from his bag of tricks here? And that's well hit! And Siraju, 2-fisted punch to clear away.
Yeah, Ayeleso concentration there. It's got a strong on both palms, really. It's got enough muscle to make sure that one is not exactly getting in, but the power on that strike clearly is directed at the goalkeeper. No swerve in there, but again, that's on target to manage that.
WIKKI Tourist first effort on target. It's come from centre forward Mahmoud Bala. Seconds away from the end of this first half, and centre referee Chilaka obliges. It's been 45 minutes of quality for both sides. KWARA United, home away from home, and so far everything is going according to plan. Akim Akani producing a sensational finish from close range after Abdurrahim's efforts building to his part in the 18-yard box. He made no mistake for his first of the campaign. The sensational midfielder. Well, WIKKI Tourist themselves has just created a few half chances. The best chance of the game. An effort by Mahmoud Bala from a free kick. Well dealt with by Siraju Ayelesho. That's been on the size of this first period for now from the MKO Abiola Stadium in Abeokuta. It's KWARA United who lead 1-0 against WIKKI Tourist. Welcome back to the MKL. Welcome back to a ground with precious memories of Nigerian Premier League football. It's the MK Abiola Sports Arena in Abeokuta, Ogun State. Match day 28 of the Nigerian Premier Football League. KWARA United against WIKKI Tourist. 1-0 to the Harmony Boys. A single strike, born of desperation, carved from the fire of exile, separates both sides as the clock resets for the second half. And therefore, Funja Warriors have drawn first blood in this survival war. Yet the silence around them is deafening. Look around this majestic stadium. You could barely spot fans, barely spot any support bags of some sort. No drums, no horns, barely humans. Yet KWARA United, despite the silence, are making noise with their football. And so we'll see substitutions abound. We'll see the exit of Gata Abdurrahim and Akim Akani. Well, Mohamed Maher, also Philip will come in, as well as the introduction of Mustafa Salihu for the home side. And so, centre referee Chilaka gets us on the way for the second half. That's KWARA United searching for yet another WIKKI Tourist, hoping to, if anything, get a point. There you are. Welcome to the second half.
Yeah, really a fresh start for both sides. They managed, KWARA United managed to get into the dressing room with that 1 point, as you say, 3 point as it stands, not yet a scoreline. I should say results. Pardon me for that. But then again, WIKKI Tourist must have come up with a different approach. They saw how it worked out for them when they needed to be direct. They did, and it's clearly it worked out for them. And both sides will definitely need to work on their set pieces.
Talking about set pieces, that was off the training ground. Interesting routine, quite regular, but Abdullah Fiz couldn't keep that right in play.
Yeah. I think Godswill there just was waiting, but eventually it's just since that the possibility of the ball crippling, just they stretched out his palm to. I didn't think he got a touch in it, so that's the reason that was a goal kick.
In the very emptiness of the stadium, something powerful is happening. Now WIKKI Tourist to hear Abubakar. Sweat crossing to the area, took a deflection of Kabiru Mohammed and picked up by Siraju Ayalesha.
I think Ayalesha there just comes out and make the claim, but it was a tackle with the edge of the box that could have been a foul, but I don't exactly think that there's anything there because it looks to me like a 50-50. It's niggling. It doesn't look like he might be able to continue fully fitness. He's mumbling with it.
Kabiru?
Yeah.
Should be fine. I think it took a whacking to his groin area.
Exactly. And the solution, it's hilarious.
H2O.
Of course.
Kabiru now off this left-hand side. Manages to get the cross away. The ball had crossed the line, says the assistant referee, so it's going to be thrown just off the right-hand channel of this WIKKI Tourist half. WIKKI Tourist in the blue top, blue shorts, blue socks, attacking from left to right on your screen, and therefore Funja Warriors attacking from right to left. And what is their yellow top with a touch of green for the sleeve, yellow shorts and yellow and green socks.
Primitive measures, really. Just not overly confident on how KWARA United will get on with his 3-point. But it looks like the Afonja boys willing to fight for the ball. And WIKKI Tories still seem to be in the game. They're not exactly defensive, and they still fancy the chances when they have the ball.
Oh, that's a foul, says the referee. Mohamed Mahir bringing in a fresh burst of energy in that midfield for the Afonja Warriors. Just number 31.
I do have my concern with the way WIKKI Tories have approached this game so far. I mean, the Afonja boys doesn't exactly have a mammoth or just a significant numbers of fans here supporting them. They're away from home, and they still need to, like you mentioned earlier in the first half, that they should at least infuse a level of confidence in the way they've approached this game. Just, if you were good enough, I think you've seen all of those vulnerabilities with what we've seen so far with KWARA United, and you expect that they are doing better compared with what we've seen so far. It looks like it's only when there's a loose ball or the potential chance of, winning a set piece, and that's where you see them front forward.
Poor ball given away, and then KWARA United can take the advantage. That deft touch, only as far as a goal kick to the away side.
I think
fair to say, I mean, feels like a neutral ground, but yet WIKKI Tories cannot seem to really get into the game.
Yeah, and that's something I highlighted on the. I mean, it's a neutral ground for me as far as I'm concerned. KWARA are far away from home, and WIKKI will be same, because when you look at both clubs, they are currently not central. It's just that KWARA might be a bit closer in terms of proximity to the west.
Geographically?
Yeah. So you could just agree that KWARA United seems to have more quality players, and it's the desperation to leave that relegation zone. They still have more games. Amassing those points will probably take them away from that area.
Bashir Saleh of WIKKI Tories ready to switch things up. Boubacar Lamida is getting ready to come on. And well, that's going to be that Tahir has done for the day. There is also the introduction of Saifullah Yusuf, while Idris Ashiru will make way as well. So a winger taking up for an attacking player, and of course a right back off for another. Saifullah Yusuf, a former Doma United player, technically gifted. Saifullah
Yusuf,
absolutely.
You know, El Kanemi as well were in front. In that tie, which shares the same time zone with these exact fixtures as well. And it's
1-0, they lead against Abia Warriors, El Kanemi Warriors. Get out here now for the Afonja Warriors. Saifullah Yusuf gets involved. Boubacar Lamida. And Kabir sorts it out, finds Sirajo Ayelesha. And Sirajo Ayelesha, his 8th game of the season. He's conceded in the last 2 games prior to this. They won or draw against Rivers United, the goalkeeping error The 1-0 loss to Abia Warriors, another goalkeeping error. Sulaiman Ashifat was talking about the fact that it's not always a good thing when errors like that happen, but it's a team sport and the team must take responsibility.
Yeah, because for people that see from that area, I should say, point of view will be, okay, so what led to that error? And maybe that's where you probably have to call out the team.
Right.
So if you've done this, it wouldn't have led to an error. If you've done this, we wouldn't have gotten into this space. So it's still down to the team effort.
For KWARA United, Toib Gidado standing over this.
Yeah, maybe there will be a time where we start talking on the possibility, I should say, solution to why clubs cannot exactly have their fans, around. Yeah, they've been in and out and controversy around the league, but again, what extension is the club doing to provide fans making themselves available at the stadium to support the team?
That's a brilliant crossing to the area that time by Hanafi. It takes a big touch and out for yet another corner.
A lovely touch in there, really. Qatar and then Dean Rera eventually striking that one. I think it comes to the body of the defender there in that 6-yard area. It's clustered, but there he's trying to fancy this chance from that narrow angle.
Gidado yet again with the corner. The referee wants that to be retaken. In the meantime, he wants to have a word with Utum Goswell.
That was a good delivery.
Will this be better? Calling towards the back post. Still inside for KWARA United. The strike! Just wide.
Yeah, that's wide enough. And he's just trying to hit that one, because if he doesn't and possibly hits first try, they could be countered. And hitting that one isn't exactly far away from that right hand side of the goalkeeper, left hand side of the post.
Stripping clearance by Alba Musa. All the way back to Siraju Ayelesho. His second stint with the Funja Warriors. Started his career here back in 2015. Comes inside, looking for the strike. Cleared away. Mustafa Salisu. It's going to be a yellow card for Hanafi Babatunde. Jonathan.
Clearly knew what he was doing there. Makes the first tackle. The player didn't go down, just attempt the second. And all of these activities in split second, the referee sees that, and you've got to applaud him for identifying. Now, one thing I've been able to identify, I should say, with Samsudeen is that it does not exactly time his run so well. So if you see him when his teammates are with the ball, watch him. I'm not sure if he checks his line. You could see clearly that he doesn't check his line, and that's why regularly he's been flagged offside twice earlier in the first half, and towards the end of the first half, he was flagged offside 3 times, and I've seen that again in this same situation rather. I think he's got to be more aware about those, and that's why you see some of his teammates get to ignore him rather when they're with the ball.
Clean shack. Saifullah. It took a touch on its way through from Kabiru. Corner kick to the Elephants from Bauchi.
Elish just made a mess of that. You could calmly pick that one. There you go. I think it's where the ball catches the goalkeeper unaware. And then it's not exactly concentrating. That's an easy ball to catch.
Clean shack with the cross. And then the strike from John Taiwo. piece is picked up yet again. Out wide to long back. Searching ball into the area, knocked away by Arinto Obunna. Now Gidado. Setting one for Samshuddin to chase. Under pressure. Kabiru Mohammed goes down, wins the free kick.
Yeah, I like the charge on from Samshuddin, not giving up, just to continue. Just unfortunately couldn't win the ball cleanly. Just had to foul the ball. Send it back rather in Mohammed.
They need to win games. They really need to. They may need to go and check the last time we had the winner of the present Federations Cup going down to the NNL.
Again, it's the 5th time that Samshuddin has been flagged offside. Again, just watch your line. Watch it. You don't frustrate your teammates from having to walk well done from behind and then progressing to that phase where they need to make the final third pass and you get involved, but you're not checking your line to see if you're on or off. And that's really, it can be frustrating, really can.
Yet another throw just off this left-hand channel for the Funchal Warriors. It's going to be Kabiru. He will go long. Right into the 10-yard area. Not away by Abba Musa. Utum Gotswill with the catch. His 22nd game of the campaign, Utum Gotswill. So far, so good. KWARA United still leading 1-0 here in Abeokuta. They surely miss their home support. And a few voices cheering them on here.
The home supports fans, the energy which has been used to jet the team to spar on, it's more natural. Therefore, they put in, energizing the team to continue to progress in encouraging them as over and over. Anytime they get close, that is some kind of mustard ginger.
In local palace. Samshuddin Mohammed scoring that 1-0 draw against Rivers United this time. Ozor. Still Ozor. And Utum Gotswill up to the task. Philip Ozor.
Yeah. Coming into the second half, I'm very sure the manager must have encouraged him to do that as many times as possible just to catch the goalkeeper where he strikes the ball first time, it comes up the body of a defender, and then in the second time, the follow through, the goalkeeper dive to his left hand side, make sure that the ball is not creeping into the right hand side of the post beneath.
Philip also puts a foot wrong, concedes a free kick.
He's a regular.
Absolutely, his 21st game.
I'm surprised why he didn't start this game.
Yeah, I mean, that's perhaps one of the questions when I did see the starting 11. Won the NPFL title with Aimba. 2022-2023 season. The space is opening up. And Toib Gidado can't find the far corner. It took a touch on its way through a corner kick. KWARA United.
Really, a fastest chance there. He cuts inside onto his stronger, clearly right foot. And then you should say left because it's coming out through the right hand side. And the way he hits the ball, you could see that it was going to the far corner. That's clearly coming off the boot of his left foot there. The chance is there. She's trying to take that. Again, defensive retribution.
Mustafa Salisu with the corner. And it's a really poor corner kick. Eludes everyone. And hands Wicked Tories the goal kick without even trying.
Okay, I don't know if there are no practice for corner kicks. We've seen lots of them in this game.
Samshading into Mustafa Salisu. Back to Samshading again. Straight offside. You can hear it. Mutterings of fans who are not very happy with the way he's handled this positioning today.
6. 8. Really, again, just be calm, and then think he's in his mind is saying, my team have relatively dominated possession, and I've not exactly gotten as much time on the ball or regular opportunities, and the anxiety is there. It's just anxious rather to, get on. And that's why he doesn't concentrate on being aware of his lining and his positioning and getting regularly flagged offside. Possibly could have watched a lot of replays from Morata.
Well, there is a worry from a Wicked Tories perspective. Abba Musa is currently on the turf. If anything, KWARA United have got history on their side. In the open era, there have been no defending champion of the Federation Cup who got relegated in the same season.
The season after.
Or the season after.
They will be a reflection to if the concern has been about finance, as it's irregular. So you're not exactly encouraged to do that to as much. And for those who see them fighting for the badge and the pride of the club at the moment, as you see them, they clearly pay for passion, as you can see, because you expect for a side that actually had a trophy in their locker the previous season would take the next step. Maybe not exactly going to win a tribal, I meant winning a trophy, but get close into continental football. Again,
so Abba Musa playing, taken care of there by the medics. If anything, KWARA United have a record of being pretty good at home, and I say pretty good with a bit of caution there, but 7 wins at home in the NPFL this campaign, 4 draws, 2 losses. They concede very little as well at home, but having moved away from the Loring Township Stadium, now having to play at Belkota, will that change fortunes? So far it's not. They've got a goal here and they've got a clean sheet as well. Gidado into Mahir. His reverse ball is not finding anyone in yellow. They're averaging about 1.75 points per game at home. And of course, they struggle to win away from home, relying on heavy draws. Mariga.
That's so well there to keep the ball.
Utum Gordswill. Confident and Kabiru. Back to Mariga. who now have seemingly dropped deeper.
Yeah, Mariga.
Jonathan Mariga, 8 goals in the campaign so far this season for WIKKI Tourist. Scored in that 2-1 win over Remo Stars at home in the 10th minute. Scored against Shooting Stars earlier on in the campaign.
I think he's got something.
And guess what? He scored in a reverse fixture as well for this game. Imam Bala caught back into the area. A long shot. The ball just gets away from him. And thanks to that brilliant defending from Abdurrahman Olariwaju, corner kick WIKKI Tourist.
Yeah, Olariwaju there immediately just sensed the danger. Really, that's a chance there. He was on the verge of actually pulling the trigger there. Shaq, really, at the point when he made a decision to pull.
Get at it. Into Samshuddin. Well, shout by Hassan Musa, the captain of the side. And the challenge comes in there. Callis from Gidado.
This will be against KWARA United.
Nasiru Jibrin and former Nigerian under 20 international Haruna Aliyu getting ready to come on as well.
Yeah, Aliyu was a centre back who plays more as sometimes as a fullback. And he was the man who grabbed that winner against Ayimba, that 1-0 win when they had traveled to Aba. That should be early on into the season.
So you're going to see, oh, that's a brilliant strike. Oh, and Suraju Ayelesha threw himself at that.
Really, it's WIKKI Tourist now trying to get the equalizer, but what about that for a save? But the power on the turn before the strike that comes off the goalkeeper, well, he had to react.
Nasiru this time with a corner cleared away by Ozor. Into the part of Mahir. Philip Ozor yet again. Now to Abdul Hafiz. The Funja Warriors breaking forward now. Toib Gidado gets inside. The space opens up. It's a brilliant strike. And Utum Godswill powers away for a corner.
Yeah, tough guys goalkeeping from either of the sides, really, we've seen so far. But look at the breakout to the right-hand side. And Gidado was part of that congregation. Look at how he progressed with the ball. I thought he could have released the centre forward immediately, Samsudeen. But again, he's conscious. He's thinking, my striker is offside again. Don't want to nullify his attack. What a brilliant save from the goalkeeper, Godswill, to punch that one to his left. And now another chance to make it 2 if it's well delivered.
Abdurrahman Ayla on the turf, just midway through the pitch, needing medical attention. Only his second appearance back into this accrued KWARA United setup. There is no John Mark Atule, who is missing, leading scorer. He's got 5 goals. It's knocking the matchday squad for the Warriors. There is no Junior Imufwa, who is also missing as well. And some important players knocking the squad for this game. But KWARA United still got control.
Yeah, like you mentioned, Anufwa, Zo, yeah. I mentioned Zo, I'm referring to Felix rather, together with Adamu, used to be together in that midfield area. In that sometimes position, Tohib to enjoy the flank out wide on the right.
The corner now, Toib. And the target was Samshuddin Muhammad, knocked away. The referee will call back that play because there's a potential head injury there.
Yeah, really.
Yusuf Muhammad is back up on his feet and is making his remonstrations known to the centre referee. He's not happy about something.
Yeah, really. You could see that. I think it's a collision there, trying to win the area. Joe, the contest, I think he lost the ball and had a clash to a player in that area. But should have been given as a foul because it's got to be a play in for the home side. Yeah. A drop ball solution.
This will be such a big win for coach Suleiman Nashifat, who they popularly call Brazil.
I guess because he's got some skills.
During his playing days, former Delta Force manager, but for the most part, he's been within the workings of this KWARA United team as assistant and part of the back room. It's also a huge responsibility giving to him, just like Bashir Saleh, who have been assistant for the most part of his career. Too much for Kabir to gather.
Yeah, the manager says a lot. His gesture there, just expressing how his teammate, his boys, has not exactly been able to apply all of those attacking moves there. Big responsibility to take the team away from that relegation zone. They will fight desperately to the end. They need to keep this 3-point. They're trying to get the second goal to give them some kind of comfort.
75 minutes. Maki Makani scored in the first period, and that's been the difference. Can't find the connection, Abdullah Fees. Now it's picked up now towards the far left-hand side. WIKKI Torres coming forward. Can they find the final touch? Emmanuel Bala, the pieces, and then the strike from Mariga. And very easy for Ayelesho to gather.
Yeah. Mariga there didn't exactly execute what he was trying in his head to pull off. There, what you need is enough power, but again, when you cut inside and you need to project enough power on your foot, possibly could have been as a result of the power used to make that run in. I think it didn't exactly make the application there. Mariga.
Still going, Maher Mohammed, and then goes down. Referee ignores him. And Saifullah will pick the pieces into Hassan Musa. The story of KWARA United began in 1974. It was set up as an in-house recreational team for staff members of the KWARA State Water Corporation. It was never intended as a competitive side, just exercise and fun for civil servants.
Oh.
Between 1997, 1977 and 1979, raw talents began to emerge. The club qualified for the Nigerian League Second Division alongside First Bank of Lagos and reached the quarterfinals of the Nigerian Federations Cup. Then the Challenge Cup in 1979. They lost 2-1 to Benel Insurance. That was the first high point. A staff recreation side suddenly competing nationally.
And now they're accumulating professionals. It's a long book of history. It's a long book of history and unbelievable. This information clearly is revealing for me. I never knew that it was the initial plan was definitely for civil servant, and
Yeah.
now it's a football club. Potentially been
Persistent. Long shot. Mariga in there. Arinto Bunna. Headers away. And Kidadu trying to unlock something in behind that back four.
Yeah, like what he was trying to do there. And then Samsudeen sees that and he makes that run immediately. But interception from Mohammed again. Again, it's Mohammed Sikir Yusuf rather, who hits that one and not allowed that ball to get over the top of the defense.
Never won the NPFL before. Now the President Federations Cup, which they won in 2025, was their first major since inception. Seven years now in the top flight, KWARA United, but they've got some defending to actually do. Imamu, Bala, can they find the finish? Oh! Well, the entire is blazing for that far corner, but Suraj denies him. Corner kick, WIKKI tourist.
How did they miss that? And the goalkeeper there, Ailesha, really thin and extended left arm there from close proximity. In that 6-yard area, you're scoring that. Where is the confidence to ding the goalkeeper, chip the ball? And that was a lovely play, really, from that midfield into the attacking third.
And so there's a substitution from a Roma Stars forward, Ibrahim Shuaibu, coming on for Clean Shack, long back, as they get this corner right into that area. And Haruna Liu with the foul on Arinzo Bun. Free kick. It's a KWARA United.
KWARA seems to be a little bit on the edge now. She's going to try and stop the clock and intervals, and just some breather will be needed for them to get enough rest. I've seen lots of tired legs in here, but they just want to keep going on, just keep fighting to get out from that zone rather.
The best finish in the NPFL is backing 2020-2021 under Abdullah Bifo, where they finished third.
Abdullah Bifo, I think he once managed Academy Warriors.
Sporting Lagos?
Yeah, but I think he did manage Academy Warriors later. Abdullah Bifo came with, I think together with Mama Amapakabo. I'm saying that's the set of Abdullah Bifo, the set of managers in the NPFL.
Reputable by every standard. Great energy in that mid of the park for KWARA United into Samsudeen. Finds Kabiru. He's got a cross. A runner loose there. And the pieces picked up now in midfield. Hassan Musa. Shuaibu. Can't find the reverse pass from Jonathan Mariga. Abdul Hafiz bumping down the right-hand side. The cross needs to be better now. It's cleared away. High boot. Foul by Gidadu there. WIKKI tourist fervently pushing for the equalizer. Shuaibu still inside. Still WIKKI Torres, and then the final pass lets him down. In the meantime,
offside.
Two players in yellow are reeling in pain.
But there was no reason for the referee to stop play. It wasn't a foul. In case, yeah, it was WIKKI Torres being flagged offside. And the crowd were screaming that the referee should sound his whistle to stop play. But he's doing that. As long as it's not a head injury. It's a collision there between two teammates. But I think for a second, WIKKI Torres just switches up, thinking, okay, the referee's going to sound the whistle, yes, while we're progressing. And that's why they didn't exactly continue with that same spirit of connection, which led to the offside call.
WIKKI Torres, one of the NPFL sides that have been managed by a foreign manager, Roger Palmgren, back in 2006. But the opposition today,
the only NPFL side?
One of?
Okay, one of. I could remember Everton Ribeiro. I think it was Abia Warriors.
Absolutely. They also had names like Kadri Kana within their ranks as well. WIKKI Torres, 35 years, 1991, the side was founded. And still searching for something quite significant, despite dominating the FA Cup at state level. Once had a foray to the CAF Confederations Cup back in 2008, which ended with a first round exit. Their best finish till date goes back to 2015-2016, and they finished third under Abdullahi Makaiba. They're being what many call a yo-yo club.
A yo-yo club. Regular beats.
A couple of relegations and then back to the top flight.
Yeah.
Hassan Musa. 5 minutes left to play here.
Possibly we're looking at a potential 80 minutes at other time.
Nasiru Jibreen. They just need a move with a lot of intelligence. Well, it's been caught out now. Mustafa Salisu to Samshadin into space. The chop back. Kidano gets away from one. Clatters into the man. And the referee points to the spot. It may be harsh, but there was contact in there. And center referee Chilaka points to the sport.
Yeah, really. No doubts about if that call it's got to be discussed if it's going to put a penalty or not.
Interestingly, I don't particularly agree with you. I think he sold it to the referee, and the referee bought it.
Yeah, and there you go. You've got to credit Samsudeen, really. The cut back, you're expecting Samsudeen to go out and you strike that because as a striker, you've got to be selfish. But then unselfishly, you just scotch that ball, and it's in this situation, there's 3v2, and then the man comes in, gets on the ball, and it clearly was waiting for him to make that tackle. So there's a chance there, we're saying, maybe he ran into the defender
Well,
ran into the defender, but the point is there was contact and it
Right.
was a tackle. He was clearly trying to obstruct him, but then again he ran into him as well. I just give that as a penalty.
Arinze Ogunne with a chance to deliver this 3 points to the good people of KWARA State. A big responsibility from 12 yards. Home away from home. And he steps up. Oh! Against the crossbar. At box. Can they find the finish? No. It's poor in the end from
Really?
Abubakar Lamido.
Has made the most of it. Terrible, terrible. You don't get a defender to play a crucial penalty. Really, that could have. The way he strikes that, I'm very sure he wasn't thinking that was a clearance. Do not think he was going to hit that ball.
To be fair, we've seen centre backs take some really good spot kicks.
Yeah.
Tristekong is one of them.
It's not their natural instinct. It's not as part of their natural trait anyways, but you have the few around them that are technically very good at hitting the ball, striking the ball well. And now back to the replay, I can argue that I made a wrong assertion as that wasn't a penalty. And that's late. But then again, it's given. They almost through the finishing line. KWARA United and WIKKI Tories still could see something.
And the substituted Mustafa Muhammad. Actually, Mohamed Mahir, who was brought on earlier on, had been taking up for Salisu. Just about 2 minutes before the 90. KWARA United with a huge let-off. Again, I didn't think that was a penalty, but like you did say, it's too close to call,
And the referee doesn't have the opportunity to get himself glued to his eyes to a replay. It doesn't get an advantage, and there is no one. But Arinze Ogunne just hit it low.
Majestic from Haruna Liu. Under pressure. Just played in behind Saifullah.
Saifullah tried to regain the ball, but it's too late. Run out of play. Shakes his head in frustration on how that was a pass from his teammate.
Oh. Again, just looking at the penalty. What happened to Arinze?
So by my judgment, you referring to the penalty?
Right.
The kisses the top right. I think Arinze was just trying to give the goalkeeper no chance of saving it. And then, there are players that would want to make a penalty look spectacular. Arinze is trying to do that. He was trying to do that.
You've got attackers on the pitch, and none of them can step up in such a situation.
Lots of attacking players, and then but it's been impressive defensively in this game. He's
So the
showing
case of
quality,
just
leadership,
high,
take
yeah,
penalty,
step up,
yeah.
right. Throw for WIKKI Tourist. Poor ball given away, picked up now by KWARA United. Oh, the strike comes in there.
Close, absolutely close. Two players there contesting for the ball, short, and lack of communication. Whoever is going to take that or not, but then he strikes that one and it went out wide. I've been seeing Samsudeen really getting more involved in trying to link up play.
Well, big chance for KWARA United to make this a result, not just a scoreline.
Now, WIKKI Tories do not have enough time, just need to pump the ball into that area as much as possible. That's the time to commit more bodies forward. Assemble as many bodies as you can forward. You've got nothing to lose anymore, just get them in that area.
The offset flag up against Samsudin again. If anything, he's made the centre backs really occupied.
Yeah, he never stopped
and
moving.
That's it. The centre referee with the final whistle. And what is being a breathtaking 90+ minutes of football. KWARA United have had to dig really deep for this one. And that they've done in flying colours. That's not the most gorgeous win. But this one, they'll look back at this fixture and be sure that they deserved it. It could have been 2. But Rinto Bunna, barely 5 minutes to the 90, couldn't make the most of a penalty. Blazing it against the crossbar from 12 yards. In the echoing silence of an empty MKO Abiola Sports Arena, the Harmony boys have done it. A single goal forged in the fires of desperation, delivered by a banished squad playing on something of a foreign soil. They have delivered 3 precious points to KWARA United. The Afonja Warriors rise from the very bottom of the table this evening, breathing life back into a survival campaign that looked dead and buried after the punishment meted out to them of the chaos against Rivers United. No crowd to roar them home. No green and yellow thunder rolling down from the stands. Just the lonely echo of boot and ball, the quiet clap of coaching staff on the touchline, and the heavy footsteps of 22 Warriors who knew exactly what this meant. In that ghostly void, KWARA United found their loudest voice. Coach Ashifat Sulaiman stands, arms raised, eyes wet with the weight of everything. The February sanctions, the exile from Ilorin, the Federation Cup glory of June now hanging by a thread. His players breathe a sigh of relief, some in tears, some screaming into the empty night. Every one of them have given a heroic performance in their green and yellow this evening. Hakeem Makani is the name that will reverberate into the night. He's turned up, and his sensational first half finish is it enough to give the Afonja Warriors all 3 points. He's first of the campaign. WIKKI Tories, the Giants from Belgium, gave everything. Interim coach Bashir Sela will be proud of the fight, the organization, the near misses that kept this game alive until the final second. But tonight, the draw DNA that has saved them all season finally ran out on the road. But they leave this ground, they leave Abeokuta with nothing but respect and the knowledge that their own safety is still not guaranteed. 3 points, 1 goal. A banished club stripped off its home, stripped off its fans, stripped off every advantage, and still have refused to die. This is not just a result. This is a statement written in silence. This is KWARA United reminding Nigerian football that hearts still beats louder than sanctions, louder than empty seats, louder than the drop zone staring them in the face. The players walk off slowly, arms around each other, scarves held high for the invisible supporters who will hear this result backing Ilorin and rejoice for good. For one night at least, the Afonja Warriors are alive. Survival is still a long war. But this evening in the hollow heart of Abeokuta, they've won one of the battles that matters most from the MKL Abiola Sports Arena. It's finished. Match day 28 of the Nigerian Premier Football League between these two. It's KWARA United 1.